GM. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday to the beautiful ENS community. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a long week for me, but I'm happy this week is concluding. And the best part of my week, the entire week, are these ENS update shows, right? This is the most fun I have. Get to congregate, get to talk, and just get to overall just be around some amazing individuals, some amazing human beings. And like I said this before, I don't even know how you guys look. I don't even know how you guys look. But it doesn't matter how you guys look, right? It doesn't matter where you're from, what's your culture, what's your background, none of that, right? We come here and we have a blast. We learn about each other. We learn about crypto. We learn about the ENS, and we are truly futurists all together. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just some slight updates from me today. One, new all-time high in dollars again for three digits. I think that will slowly begin to trickle down into the four digits because the three digits right now are running. They're running wild right now. At the all-time high, $53,700. That is absolutely amazing, right? They're running hard. They're running fast. It's going fast. And for those, there's a lot of people who could have got their hands on a three digit, hesitated in it, and now it's out of reach. So what? Move on. And I think a lot of that. I think we kind of seen this wave of the over the past couple of days. It's three digit, four digit, and then Arabic digits get some love as well after. So we'll see if that kind of plays out here. Next, which is some pretty interesting news here. Um, Poseidon Dow just acquired a shit ton of three-letter ENS domains, right? And it's crazy how we've been talking about three-letter ENS domains for the past couple of days, and here this Dow goes and they sweep a good amount on ENS Vision. Actually, they went and they swapped a good amount on ENS Vision, and I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I think three letters. I don't know when it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be today. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna be next year, but I do know its day will come. And I think we're starting to see that. We see DAOs, and I said this before with the letters, with the digits, and so forth and so on. The institutions, the DAOs, the exchanges, they want your ENS grails. They want them, and they're going to buy them, and they're going to buy them from the paper handlers. So all I could say is, ladies and gentlemen, try to hold on strong if you can, because they're going to diamond hand it. That's the difference. They're going to diamond hand it, and they're going to hold it for a while, because ultimately, a couple $100 doesn't affect them. A couple $1,000 doesn't affect them. A few $1,000 doesn't affect these big entities. A big entity wanted to come in and sweep up another 1,004 digits. They could do that without blinking an eye, right? So just be conscious of that. Is that, hey, who am I selling this to? Now, let's not get this twisted, right? If you need liquidity, take your liquidity and run as fast as possible. But if you don't need liquidity, just be cautious about, is this the right time to sell this thing, knowing all the big money that hasn't even come into the space yet, but it's bound to come into the space because the big money is coming whether you like it or not, right? And I think that we like the idea of big money coming in. Big money, they're going to come in, and what are they going to go after? They're going to go after the most premium grails first, which are three letters, like we just seen with Poseidon Dow, three digits, and four digits. Right, I think that's going to be their first moves, because it's the most liquid. It's what's obvious. It's what's has ENS popping right now. So just keep that in mind. That's my little rant for today. I pass it over to our co-host, uh, Crypto Bullron, formerly known as Bullron. Now his name is RN1. RN1, the stage is yours.
Hey, GM Kev, GM everybody. Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. I was looking up, I mean, obviously, four digits are undervalued, like I mentioned yesterday, based on a 30 ETH floor. That four digits should be 3 ETH, right? And they're 1.5 ETH. So absolutely there's an opportunity there. And it's just a matter of there's not enough volume, there's not enough eyeballs on it. But the same way, then honestly, at some point, Same thing. The 5 digit should be 10% less than those. So the 5 digit should be zero point 0.3, by all metrics. I think we're going to see, you talk about the money coming in. I think we're going to see, I truly believe we're going to see some money come in, um, some venture money, some investment funds come in, even outside of the crypto and NFT people, because some of the .com people, a lot of money was made, a lot of money, millions of dollars were made in the .com, for the people that got and held those grails. So I think we're going to see a new kind of money come in, and yeah, we long talk. I don't know. I own quite a few 3 digits, and it always comes back to what Master says. With the kind of how he calls them liabilities, because there's that $640 a year renewal fee. If it wasn't for that, it already wouldn't be available. I can promise you that. So keep in mind, it's given us a little more of an opportunity. And those are grails. I think there's like 17,500 ish, whatever 26 times 26 times 26 is. And so, yeah, low supply. And those are all big .com. Well, most 3 digits in .com are very valuable. So we're early. Liking to see. I've been on a lot of different space. The ENS Maxi space. I've been on the ENS Punk space, and I'm starting to get a little bit of an understanding for this the funding and the quadratic donation. So I think we all need. Gary was on a ENS Maxi space today and kind of educated everyone there about how that works. And I know ENS Punks has been doing them. I've been catching some of those, but it's like any marketing. You don't understand it. You don't get it on the first round. But by somebody taking up that banner and constantly talking about it, pretty soon it starts to get on everyone's radar, and it starts to make sense. So definitely excited about getting on there. And one of the guys that runs a lot of the spaces for the ENS Maxi. He got on and donated, went through the whole process, because Gary said, "Hey, one great way to, we're all in these different little clubs or communities within the greater ENS community. But one of the big ways to do is to support the ENS DAO and the devs and that part of the community too. I think that's definitely something we all need to be taking an active part in. And I know that there's a few people on the space really carrying that banner. So I look to become more actively involved in that. And yeah, just excited to see that those 3 digits are just going nuts. And look, every dog has his day, right? Last couple of weeks ago, it was KuCoin sweeping the 4 digits. It's just going to go back and forth. It's kind of like a horse race, the Kentucky Derby. The horses kind of neck to neck, change positions from time to time. That's how it is here. But don't there's under there's untapped value in the three letters. There's untapped value in the digits, 4 and 5 digits, I believe. So looking forward to today's discussion. Looking forward to the ENS happy hour tonight. Looking forward to the weekend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think you make great points. I think Punk's held. I didn't understand nothing about quadratic funding or whatever that was. How you say it, my bad, y'all. Until I really dove into the two spaces hosted by Punks in 3402, helped me get a lot better of an understanding of what's going on and all that good stuff. So shout out to them for hosting that. And one more thing I want to say here about the three letters. I continue to say this. This is not pumping my own bags, because I do talk about this fairly often, because I only own two, right? I only own two, and but this is because I did my research and I seen how valuable they were in the .com era, and I'm like, holy shit, there's something here, right? If I could afford to own more, 100% I would afford to own. I would definitely have a lot more than two. But the biggest thing here is these things are also, Ron mentioned there's about 17,500 or so around that number. These things are deflationary, meaning that as organizations and companies begin to buy their, whatever you call it, the ones that fit their organization, their acronyms or abbreviations, they're off the market forever. they're never going to sell it to another company or somebody's individuals or anybody else that has the same acronym. So that's something to also keep in mind, that the number might be 17,500, but that number will basically be a lot less on the market in the years to come. But let's go over to Gary. Gary, good morning, man. The stage is yours.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for all that. Yeah, there's so much happening in the space. Great news. Great, just a lot of excitement, with people seeing what's happening and understanding the rare cultural significance of NFTs in the space, of ENS names in the space, of, people and DAOs, these Web3 organizations holding on to appreciating assets. Like, everybody's hunting for all of these NFTs and all of these tokens that are rare or culturally significant or historically significant, or just because of the utility or the rarity or those other reasons I mentioned, are just going to become they are appreciating assets. And especially in the case of ENS, which these have so much utility. The numbers are cool. The three letters are cool. On a side note, I have to tell you, I really haven't. I've been staying away, but I'm wondering how do we create a DAO? Because I want to create a DAO, and I want to buy a whole bunch of cool rare names.
I don't like
We can
that
create
burn
the
weed.
ENS updates DAO.
That burn weed? It's not. Yeah. It don't hit the same as the clean weed though. Oh, it don't.
Oh, we got
It hit a little.
We got 0095. We got guys. What's going on with your girl, Chills? Just Chills. Just Chills. What's going on? Is that just Chills?
I think it was 0095. I muted him.
Yeah, 0095 seems to. Hey, 0095, you had to mute your mic there, buddy. All good, man.
Yeah. So just it's like, geez, it's like just watching all these like great names get bought up, and just knowing that it's a Web3 DAO, and knowing that they're going to be able to probably be doing cool things with them, or it's just going to increase their clout. I mean, you talk about having a three-digit flex or a three-letter flex. Well, they have like a dozen flexes, right? And I think about like the Law DAO and the Lao, and there's I think about Gary V's like thing going, like there's all these I think about Snoop Dogg, and they own like 10 punks. They each own like 5 or 10 or 15 punks, right? Each of those punks is like a couple $100,000. And it's, I mean, there's only 10,000 punks. There's only 10,000 apes. There's only like, 1,000 numbers. There's only 17,000, three letters, and not everyone is the same. They all have different meme value. And it's really exciting this early in the game. And just everything that's happening on that front. I think we're, just wait. I mean, doesn't GoDaddy own GCD? .eth. I'm pretty sure someone could fact check me on that. But we're pretty sure that Web2 companies are already purchasing these as well, right? So it's just more and more happening in the space. And then real quick with the quadratic funding, we gotta when as the grants start rolling out, I really want to see if we can all come together, and if we can all be each donating, like if we can come up with $20 each. And then we can each find 20 projects to donate to. And then we each donate $1 to 20 different projects. And if that project gets $100 or $1,000 from 1,000 different people, then they're going to get more money and more matching than if one person gave them $1,000. And yeah, some of us will give more than $1, but if we can all like commit to a minimum of $1, and if like once a week or once every 2 weeks, or whatever, you know what I mean? And then what's going to happen on a larger scale, I want you to think about this. Imagine all the people at Gitcoin who are hardcore Ethereum Web3 people. And imagine all the people at ENS DAO and just everywhere. And they see that the average number of donors for an ENS grant is significantly higher than the average number of donors for any other non-ENS grant. And they'll be going, wow. Like, it may or may not be the most money, but it's the most participation. And you have to understand that more participation metric is what's being measured. And that more participation metric is what matters most. And because we are such a community, because we show up here every day, because we care about the space and what's going on, the good, the bad, the ugly, the fun, the ups and downs, the bears, the bulls, I think that we can make a huge impact on other people's lives, on what people are building. And I think that's going to help all of your bags at the same time. So do it for one reason, or do it for the other, or do it for both. But just do it.
Just do it, like Nike, right? Just fucking do it. Thank you, Gary. Gary is phenomenal person in this space. So appreciate you coming on the show, man, and spreading some love and knowledge for us. Thank you, Gary. Let's go over to the NFT verse. NFT verse. Good morning, man. How you doing today?
GM Kev, GM to the other co-host, Ron there, Gary. I see Gary 93.E0095. I don't know what 0095 was doing earlier. I'm glad he muted, boy. He muted just in time. I don't know what was going on.
I muted him.
Oh man, you muted him just in time, Ron. I don't know what was going down, but something was. ENS Punks, what's up, man? Crypto reporter. My girl 3402, my co-host of the Friday Night Happy Hour. Can't wait for that tonight. And I see 00 in here. I'm just shouting out everybody. But most importantly, the person I see here is Shirley Lowe. Hey, Shirley. Just wanted to say hi. Glad you dropped in today. Look forward to seeing you tonight. Yeah, man. Good morning to the whole entire community. Thank you guys for tapping in this morning. As usual, 5159 doing this thing. I love to have him here and being able to commit that time, put in that time for this particular space, man. It's amazing to have him here now. One thing I wanted to touch on this morning was that I said this: if you ever go back and have a chance to play some of the old episodes of the ENS Update show, if you ever get a chance, all the new people in here and some of the regulars in here too, if you ever get a chance to go back and listen to those, you'll start to realize how we predicted so many things that are happening right now. Now we all didn't act on them, right? But we had the foresight to understand what was going to happen and what was going on, man. If only we were just so liquid that we could have just really took advantage of it, right? But we all weren't at that time. But man, I mean, being there, if you go back and listen to some of those spaces, it will surprise you and your mouth will drop with some of the alpha that was shared in these earlier spaces, man. It's amazing. And I said this from a long time ago that when the big boys and big girls come in here in this space to play, they're not kidding around. So when you see these DAOs scooping up these three digits, 4 digits, 3 letters, I knew they were going to come to the table. They had no choice. There was no way they could avoid it. There's too much activity going on. There's things that are in here that are liquid, that are making money for people. So why not take part in it? They're just now getting their toes wet, right? All they're doing is introducing more and more creative, ideas and institutions that are going to come in here and do the same exact thing. I'll say this and I'll say this. I said this before and I'll say it again. They're going to take a lot of these digits out of circulation. I'm telling you, pay attention to it and understand what I'm saying here. They will be out of circulation because those are assets that they're going to hold for value that they could use as collateral against certain things, guys. That's the game that they're playing right now. So just understand that to that particular level. And if you hold those digits, and as they're accumulating, the digits that you hold, I don't care if you're holding 1, 2, or 3 of them, right? Those things are going to skyrocket in value just because they've been taken off the market. Okay, they are rare. They're going to be rare. They're scarce, when they take them out of circulation, they become even more scarce. So the value automatically goes up. It's important to think about those things, guys. And the last thing I'll touch on before we get into, the space today is that I did make a post yesterday. I think I made it yesterday. Yeah, about iHeartMedia. iHeartMedia is creating iHeartLand as a metaverse, in a metaverse on the Fortnite, in the Fortnite game metaverse, I guess. So they're building their own land and place there. Now, who knows what that's going to turn into with iHeart, with the music and all the podcasts and all of that stuff behind it. Man, I wish they would adopt ENS, man. That would be pretty cool if they adopted ENS and they onboarded all of their different client base and their influencers into their iHeart land with that particular ENS domains, man. That would be huge. So I guess that's something that we'll wait to see, because maybe they might do it. Who knows? But just wanted to share that with you guys this morning. I look forward to the discussion today. I look forward to the discussion at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time tonight. I don't know what it's going to be about, but we're just going to wing it as we usually do and have fun. Everybody's welcome to come to the ENS Friday Night Happy Hour tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tap in, relax your mind a little bit, and come and have fun with the community. Appreciate it, Kev.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, NFT Verse. I just want to do a quick reset of the room here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ENS Update Show. We do this show every Monday through Friday from about 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I had a vision that we had 1,000 people in this room, and right now we're not close to that yet. So if you want to do us a favor and go ahead and retweet this room, share this space out. Let's get a little bit more people in here, because what we're saying, what we're talking about here is real. It's alpha, it's gems, and I think the world needs to hear this information. So let's go ahead and retweet that room if you can. If you don't, no beef here. Let's keep the show moving right along. Let's go to the lovely ENS Queen 3402. Good morning. How you doing?
Doing good. Good morning, everyone. Kev, Ron, NFTverse community. I pinned a tweet to the top post. I posted it. It explains quadratic funding and how it works in a video. It's only 60 seconds long, so if you want a better idea, check it out. I'm in the B Card project, and there's a small group of us who are building the metaverse on Cyber. And one of the guys, his name's Good Vibes, and he is everything good vibes. So his name is very fitting, and he's really encouraging to everyone every day. He shows up. We do those spaces 2 hours a day every day, and he's always there even when he's busy getting fitted for his tux and doing everything, because he's actually getting married today. And so what I did last night is I went and I minted his wedding date, and I used some emojis to make it fun. I put the groom and the bride on each side, and then a heart and a ring, and or not a heart, a rose. And it meant the world to them. His wife is actually, she is a part of Twitter, and she is getting more involved in ENS, but now it's recorded on the blockchain. And I mean, they were just so busy, they didn't think of doing something like that themselves. So I mean, that's just another way to use the blockchain. They have their wedding date recorded. He's like, we will cherish this forever. We are blown away. And now he's using it as his banner on his Twitter page. So I just wanted to let you guys know that there's so many different use cases. And for dates, important dates, special dates, you can do that and gift it. And it means a lot to other people in the community. And so I just wanted to throw that out there, and maybe give some more people ideas on different ways they can utilize ENS. But thank you. I'm excited to hear the rest of the speakers, and thanks for having me on, Kev.
Thank you. 3402. Look forward to seeing you co-host tonight with the NFT Verse. And I think you make great points here, right? Everything you degens, everything doesn't need to be a flip, right? Everything doesn't need to be financial incentive behind it, right? This is a new tech that's going to revolutionize humanity. Whether we like it or not, we can't fade it. There's no stopping this. So get creative with it. Have some fun with this thing. So 3402, I hope that gave us, definitely gave me some ideas. So I appreciate you for that. Let's go over to Crypto Reporter. Crypto Reporter, the stage is yours, man.
Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. We got Kev, Stan, we got NFT Verse, we got Ron, we got Gary, we got ENS Punks, ENS Vision, 0095. Man, I don't know what you're doing, man, but it's okay because I've definitely been there before. But shout out to everybody on stage. Shout out to all the speakers. But good God, man, it seems like everything is happening. Everything that we said that was going to happen is actually happening right before our very eyes, and it's amazing to see. I mean, you have DAOs now, DAOs, exchanges, purchasing these things. And mind, we are very, very early whole thing. I keep on looking back at history, or I keep on looking and doing my research, and I'm starting to see that these are indeed deflationary assets that we are actually acquiring right now. And it's a good sign when you see people like Rally.eth, when you see OpenSea, the largest exchange there is right now for NFTs, has their .eth. I'm kind of upset that they don't rep it like LooksRare, but that is a sign in the right direction, and just showing that the industry has a standard. You know, it's just showing that the big brands are looking at this. And NFT verse, I know you always say how like the big boys and big girls, want to be able to purchase these things, but I think that I don't like using that terminology because it, it I think it says that we're not big boys and big girls, and we are. I mean, to be honest, we have so much alpha in this space. We have so much knowledge in space. We were predicting these things before anybody was, right? And then the other thing is that even yesterday, I mean, Kev was giving out just game yesterday. He said, and he had the conviction part too. He was like, I don't know. I think these three letters are undervalued, and that was yesterday. And then what happened today? Like, if that isn't like if that isn't saying something, I don't know. I could go on a rant about this, but I'm just really excited to
Either
see.
Kev is psychic or they listen to the show.
Yo, I think so. Somebody, I don't know. Maybe Siger snuck in there and then it's like, okay. Because that's the other thing too. You got people from Web 2. Oh, which reminds me actually, NameCon, which for those who don't know, they have domain I think this week actually, and they're going to be talking about NFTs. NameCon is like a Web 2 thing where they like a whole bunch of .com domainers get together and talk. But they're going to have a segment about NFTs, and if I bet you one person in there has that, if they have that idea of NFTs plus .coms, or to just has a understanding of domains, and then they look back and do their research and figure out NFTs plus domains, they're gonna see. And in fact, they're, like you said, GCD.eth, and that article that they wrote over the summertime about defensive naming, like all of these things are lining up perfectly. Like the stars are all aligning. I just say, if you can hold for the long term. And I'm talking to myself, and this is the dude that sold Tesla stock, even though he was like in like 2015, like, yeah, I'm gonna get this Tesla stock, and I end up selling. And I think that was my very first lesson in being like the value of a long-term hold. If you actually have conviction in something and you see the future, which I think we all do in this room, then stick with it, you know. But anyways, one last thing. I talk about my experience and how really I fell into this room, but I was able to go to a conference last year in San Diego, and I got to meet a very familiar face, or by the name of Carol Baskins. And for those who don't know, that's the Tiger King lady, right? And she was actually one of the very first people that I met at the conference, and she was talking about Web3 and her ideas for the metaverse. And she was one of the very first people I saw with a .eth at the end of her name. And that's when I went down this whole journey of what is .eth, and ENS and things like that. Well, things kind of like to come full circle. So it's actually going to be sometime next year that I'm going to be speaking at that same panel talking about Web3 domains. And then somewhere in the interim of that time period, once we get everything passed, once she gets everything passed, because she's trying to work on a whole bill or anything, but she's promised to do an interview and sit down and talk about Web3 identity. So hopefully that article is going to get published sometimes next year. And who knows, maybe we may have Carol Baskins here on the show. But I'm going to leave with that. Thank you all. Love you all. Yeah, excited for the show.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Crypto Reporter, see if you could get some tickets to her Tiger Escape thing. That would be pretty cool. We can get some tickets for the community. That'd be awesome.
Yo. Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, let me jump in real quick, bro. Hey, my fault. I was unmuted and shit. I'm sure what y'all heard, but no secrets over here. I don't talk about no weird shit. I was just talking about weed and shit. So I don't know what y'all... Matter of fact, what did y'all hear? Because I'm curious.
It
Well,
sounds like it sounds like you made the deal. That's all I'm gonna say.
We heard everything.
He went from not caring to being real worried real quick.
Oh, fuck it, whatever.
This is recorded.
I don't give a fuck. Y'all, I get money and shit. I'm a grown ass man. So, anyways, what's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing and shit like that? But we see the 3 letters got scooped. But I mean, if y'all look at my tweets, y'all know I've been preaching this. But not gonna brag too much. Shout out to all the speakers. Shout out to Kev and everybody up here. Love. But yeah, the 3 letters is the best play. Names, not financial. Matter of fact, financial advice. I don't care. Peace.
Hey, 0095 is a character. I love it, man. Yeah, 0095 has been talking about 3 letters, right? He has been talking about it for quite some time. So I do want to give you your flowers where it's due, brother. You've been putting us on to the 3-letter domains. I do want to keep the show moving along here, y'all. Let's go to Young Jazz, and then we'll go over to ENS Punks next. What's up, Young Jazz?
Yo, what's up? How are we, guys? How are we?
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's good. All right. So it's not kind of this topic I'm about to ask you a question about. It's not kind of ENS, but it's about kind of safety, crypto safety. Is it all good if I ask a question about that?
100%, bro.
All right. So a few days ago, I woke up, checked my wallet, got drained with pretty much my entire wallet, and I was just wondering if you guys know any ways that I can kind of get that back, or if you guys have any advice for me to build back up my portfolio, because it took me a while to get to the stage where I was, and I'm really finding it quite hard right now. I don't know, do you guys have any advice, any tips?
I want to start by saying I'm really sorry that happened to you, and that I just want to recognize that's really, really hard. And
Yeah.
I don't know how much money you lost and and all that stuff, but
yeah, no,
I just want you to know that you're gonna be okay. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get past this, and so I don't know but I just want to just acknowledge that really sucks, and I just hate the fact that there's people that use their energy to hurt people, who are hardworking like you. And
yeah, it wasn't about
it's gonna be okay.
So pretty much around 6 months ago, my mum lent me around $200 to kind of get into NFTs with, and I kind of grinded for the last 5 to 6 months, kind of just grinding NFTs, waking up late because obviously the time zones are kind of scuffed because I live in New Zealand. But yeah, I think I built it up to around 1.15 ETH, which it's not about obviously you guys deal with a lot more money than that, but it's not really about that. To me, it's about kind of how hard I work to kind of get to that stage. Kind of sucks, but I mean yeah, I don't know.
I would say this, man. Again, sorry for that you had to go through that. But here's what I would say is that you're in here today, right? So that means a lot. The reason why you're in here is because you want to learn more and you want to educate yourself. And you're part of the 0.5% of people out there who truly understand what's going on right now in Web3 and this Web3 movement. So you have the opportunity. You're so early. You have the opportunity to build that back up, piece by piece, brick by brick. You just have to stay engaged and stay connected. That's all you have to do. And as time rolls on, if you're able to really strategize and put some things together and put some pieces of the puzzle together, before you know it, you'll look up and you'll see that, just by taking your time and strategizing and doing this thing the right way and just being careful, you'll look up and you'll have that 1 point whatever ETH right back again. So I would just say stay connected, man. Stay connected to the people in this community. Um, you know,
Yeah,
and
100%.
and
Like
and it'll come
100%.
back through, man. It'll come back through for you.
And buy a ledger,
100%.
buy a ledger,
Sorry?
buy a
Yeah, yeah,
hard
yeah.
wallet, please. Wait,
I
did you
know,
did
I
you have a
know.
hardware wallet, or
I
do you
didn't,
know
I
why
didn't.
you got hacked?
Yeah,
Because
so it
sometimes
was
a
it
hard
was a
wallet doesn't
connection.
fix it. I'm sorry, what was it?
Yeah, no, so pretty much, yeah, it was a connection issue. I think it was, I don't know. I'm trying to ask a lot of people to kind of help me trace it, but I reckon there's no point just worrying about it now. I just kind of have to get on my sort of get on my stuff. I mean, I've done it before. I probably can do it again, but it's just about being connected. Like I literally, I wouldn't be anywhere without the people I've met in the Web3 space. Like with me being a bit younger and lots of people having more influence on me, it's like it's real sick. It's real sick. Like just being inspired by all these older people who are kind of lead you in the right way. Like I've just been in like I don't know. I've learned so much in this Web3 space, and I'm just gonna try to stay as connected as possible.
Well, young Jazz, something I want to say here is, every failure brings it, carries the seed of equivalent or greater benefit to it. So what happened was meant to happen. It was meant to, it was as harsh as that may sound, it was kind of meant to happen. But I think you'll get better from it, right? I think you'll grind it out. I think you'll learn lessons and you'll be more vigilant, more thoughtful, and ultimately, a better trader, a better learner, and more consistent what you're doing. So I think all would be well, right? I think these are the adversities we as humans face on a day-to-day basis, but I think you'll be fine, man. I think you're in the right room, you're in the right space at this very moment in time. I think it's meant for you to be here. It's meant for you to hear some of this alpha that's being dropped here, and continue to make connections, continue to network, meet the right people, and before
Yeah,
you know, God willing, you 10x what you lost.
Also,
yeah,
definitely make sure
100%.
you understand, Young, the
Gary, I guess we're
You're cutting out.
lost you.
Yo,
sorry about that. Sounds that's better.
yeah,
But
yeah,
just make sure you understand the mistakes that you made, so you don't repeat those mistakes again. Because yeah, if the funds are gone, you might be able to mark that the person that has that wallet is a hacker, and they're not to be trusted. But because of the blockchain technology, the transaction is immutable once it leaves your wallet. Only the new wallet owner can really get that back. For the most part, if it's like Ethereum and NFTs. But you gotta learn about how privacy works on a blockchain, which I'm sure you know the basics, and how security works on a blockchain. And
yeah,
people have to
100%.
understand these many types of scams. Did you guys see there is the Binance the guy, the executive, and they deep faked the whole video. They made a fake video of the guy talking, saying, yeah, like I'm the guy, you know what I mean, and the people were doing a live video chat, and they thought they were talking to the guy. Like that's how extreme the scammers are. You can't trust anything, not even your lying eye.
Yeah, 100%. Like with me having my I don't know why. I don't know why I check my age in the bio, but like with me in the age in the
Nice.
bio, like lots of people always hit me up. They're like, yo, got this link, trying to scam me because they think I'm a bit younger. But like, I feel like if you stay aware the whole time, it's well, obviously it's quite hard to stay aware the whole time. But like, if you kind of like just keep your mindset like right, and you like kind of just do your best. I mean, it's doable. It's doable. Also,
Hey,
if anyone has any like NFTs they want to sell me, my mum just gave me like 0.02. I don't know. I don't know.
yo,
I
Young
reckon I
Jay,
could do it though.
Young Jay, listen here. If you want
Yeah.
this, like I have it, like there is a resource, right, where I speak to a lot of these, for lack of a better term, there's these Mev guys. We'll get into what Mev is after that, but like these are guys that are blockchain experts, and I'm connected with a lot of like these blockchain anthropologists. If you feel comfortable, I mean, I don't know if you have anything else in there, but please shoot me your wallet address, and I can do a little bit. I can not a little bit. I could freaking go pretty deep and do a dive into kind of like what happened, where your shit is now, and I don't know if there's anything we can do to get it back, but it's a shot. You know what I mean? And at least you can understand exactly, like Gary said, where you went wrong and what happened. Because, and I don't want this to come out the wrong way, because when I tell you that there's people that come into rooms like this all the time, and I'm not saying this is you, please don't misunderstand, that look for that sympathy vote, and then people kind of like warm up to them, and it's like, yep, here you go. So it's like, it's something that I've seen time and time again, and I genuinely want to help the people that are truthful, that are honest.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna DM you. Hold on.
Awesome. It looks like NFL champion went
One thing,
out. But yeah, also, oh, I think he's back.
Wait, Young Jazz, did you say you did not have a hardware wallet?
I didn't. I kind of. I don't know. I
I
just
mean,
kind of
a
faded it.
cold storage wallet. Oh, so you didn't? Okay.
sorry, did I cut out, guys?
Yeah. It kind of.
Yeah,
You cut out.
Oh, my fault. It was just an alarm that was going off. My bad. So essentially, what I was saying was, throw me your wallet address if you're comfortable with it. I mean, as of right now, I mean, I think it's a resource you should definitely utilize. Like, please utilize me, because I think it's important that like this is what the blockchain does. It keeps everybody honest. So that was kind of the last thing I said, bro. So I'm happy to help you.
Bro, it means a lot. It means a lot. I just want to say thank you guys for letting me on the space. Shout out to everyone in here. You guys are insane. You guys are legends. All right. Peace out. Love you guys.
Yep. Thank you, Young Jay. That's what community is about. Let's keep the show moving right along here, ladies and gentlemen. ENS Punks, thank you for waiting very patiently. The stage is yours, brother.
Yo, GM. In fact, GMEBD. That's what we're doing now. We're throwing out that GM and Bueno Dia. And just in case, I've confirmed it, not just the Cuban, Miami, Spanish, but it's really all the Caribbean. We dropped the S. So I'm doubling down. John confirmed it. We had some of our Hispanic, Latino community confirm it. ENS Punks is not crazy. He knows what he's talking about. But also, really kind of sorry to hear about a wallet getting hacked. You know, we don't do it enough, but from time to time we do talk about security. I used to rock all those emojis off the back of mine, and everyone thought it was just a fun thing. You know, milk dot cow dot UFO dot alien dot ENS punks, and you know, from time to time I would explain it that look, it is fun, but there's something real there, right? It was the alien. It was my kid's wallet off my main wallet. The UFO was my kid's car off of his wallet. You know, the cow was his controller. So you actually, you know, you've got your alien, my kid's, you know, wallet in a hard wallet. You've got, you know, his vehicle unlock wallet in a hardware wallet. But then you've got that cow that's the controller for everything. And then off that cow, you got your milk. And the milk is your connect to random ass shit. You know, as us degens, we're gonna do it. It's tempting. You're gonna connect, but guess what? That milk's gonna get spoiled. Boom, no big deal, right? Because all you ever connect that milk to is some random degen shit. So if it gets spoiled, boom, you drop that wallet off. You create a new wallet. That milk is fresh. So yeah, you know, we should really talk about that more, but wasn't really prepared. And truth is, I'm normally very verbose and quick on my feet, but I don't know what 0095 had going on that has rattled me to the core. Listening in on that is sort of like probably rugging, but it's like when Crypto Reporter gets in that Chick-fil-A line, he can no longer think straight. So that's what happened to me with 0099. We don't want to know, my man, but good for you. Enjoy yourself. You know, everybody likes that, you know, whatever. But for real, I want to shout out 5159 Ron. I guess Master's not here, but NFT verse taking up the reins. You guys are amazing. Thank you to the whole community, first of all, supporting me in 3402 this first week around. Um, Luckily, she doesn't want to quit yet. And I think a lot of that has to do with the community support. It is certainly not my skill set that's keeping her around. And it's tough, man. I don't, you know, I probably hosted like 3 spaces. And what you guys do, you know, it's not easy. I did my best. I'm not saying that's good at all, but it's my best. So I tried. We got 4 more weeks of it. Next Tuesday, we kick off with Bashar, our guy's up here as a speaker today. He's got a grant out there. You know, he's doing this Arabic educational videos. Again, you know, it's not just devs and builders. It is content creators. It is people like Kev and Ron doing these spaces on board. And NFT versus submitted a grant, right, for the Friday night ENS happy hour, which we're all going to go to tonight. We're fired up. We got our girl Shirley Lowe in here. She's already pre-partying for it. I did put it in a tweet, but I think everybody should just take a second and notice, just like 184 said, Shirley Lowe is in the house. Vitalik is not here. We know why. So if you know, you know. But yeah, so one day maybe Shirley won't be here, Vitalik will be here, and then boom, that's it, confirmed. And then, so really, yeah, shout you guys out again who host these spaces. Lots of people do. You know, we got the ENS Latinos. We've got, you know, Wheezy hosting spaces. 0095 used to host spaces. He was the first kind of time somebody asked me to co-host, and then he's like, I just got to go. I don't know what happened, probably whatever happened in this morning, you know, and left me alone. I didn't know what I was doing. But, you know, my man 0095, he's that guy, right? Like every time, just he'll throw you in that DM, love you, bro. You know, he's always showing the love. So we love 0095. We're happy for him. We're doubly happy for him this morning, my man. But the last thing I'll kind of shout out is, you know, I don't want to shill it too hard, but, you know, been rocking this logo, been talking a little bit about Board ENS Yacht Club, or Ben Sick, if you will. And yeah, we're going to be launching. And Gary talked a little bit about it, right? We've seen these DAOs buy up some numbers, fractionalize it. We've seen, you know, just this morning, the news, the DAO buying up 3 letters. Gary's saying, what about the community doing a DAO, right? What about this community maybe coming together, you know, not just for grant funding, which is important, but coming together outside like the DAO stuff as our own DAO, like a DAO within a DAO, and maybe buying some of these grails together. And there's something to that. A little bit what we're going to be doing with Ben Sick. I'll give some more details later, but I mean, we're doing everything top to bottom. We're doing subdomains. We're doing fractionals. There's going to be a DAO. The purpose is really just DAO education, ENS DAO education. We're going to have a DAO to educate you about what's going on in the ENS DAO and get some, you know, onboarding and voting. Like as a community, we're going to be voting in the ENS DAO, bringing the opportunities, connecting the community. But to Gary's point, you know, the way we're doing subdomains, nobody's done anything like it yet. You know, we've heard of soul-bound tokens where NFT or a token is soul-bound to your wallet. You cannot transfer it. This is different. This is going to be called name bound. What we're talking about is, you know, let's say 5159.enspunks.eth. All of a sudden, we can have a DAO get another name on top of ENS Punks, and we'll have 5159. Whatever name we buy .eth automatically created and name bound together. So you've got all these names owned by, let's say, a DAO, like Gary's saying, and then all the subdomains off of that, it's your name, all name bound together. So it's like these ENS names are soul bound. And then that way, when you sell your subdomain, you're just selling one NFT, and then the purchaser gets all those subdomains off of, the name that the DAO owns. So there's going to be some exciting stuff. There's certainly room for a DAO to come together, maybe get some, special ENS names as a community. Speaking of special ENS names, 3402, shout you out for what you did with this, the wedding idea. It's fantastic. Somebody on my birthday, I feel terrible. I can't call the name out off the top of my head, but got me like happy birthday enspunks.eth, and I loved it so much I went out and got ensbirthday.eth. I think it was my guy Unemployed. He's hitting me up with those hearts right now. So shout out my guy. And since then, I minted that one on my birthday, ensbirthday.eth. But then, we got a lot of Leos in the community. Furion, I minted him a subdomain off of it, right? So furion.ensbirthday.eth. Then it was Bloom's birthday, so we got him. I think it's habibi.ensbirthday.eth. And then it was iCandy's birthday, so iCandy.ensbirthday.eth. And Gary mentioned it, and also Novak's is the real inspiration, right? With the baby, you know, Gary, when Novak was talking about the birth, and he got a little too much into the details for my liking, but nevertheless, it's a beautiful thing. It's a miracle. It's magic. But Gary said, we should maybe celebrate these moments, and that's what we are. We're a community. We should celebrate those moments. So I think the birthday thing's pretty fun. I was just talking to Just Shills about it yesterday, man. I was like, man, maybe this is a good project for you. But anybody who's interested in that, hit me up. Maybe we could figure it out, get you a little project going with the birthday thing if that sounds up your alley. Because I do think, this community is special, and it's just another cool idea. So, and then final thing, ENS Punks is out there running almost every single day. If anybody ever wants to run, jump on the horn while we're running, go for a walk together, hit me up. That health is important. It's important for us. That should be number one. And we can only take care of our own people better if we're healthy. So that's the word for today. Look forward to seeing you all in the NFT Friday night ENS happy hour. I messed that all up, but I'll be there.
Yeah, thank you, ENS Punk. See you tonight, brother. Appreciate you, and 3402 again. Do want to keep the show moving right along over here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over to Future.eth. The stage is yours.
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Master Dotties. Sorry, a friend of mine asking me to join his space, and he want me to just show there and share some opinions, but I won't speak a lot. So, but he insists to keep me in that space, so I have to use my DS account to log in this one. And I try to log in, raise my hand, and yes, wait for 40 seconds, 40 minutes, and now it's my turn. Great. And yes, that can prove we are really bullish on ENS Day, and this space has so many audience, and everyone is so passionate. It's great, While we were on another space, it's also the case that it's actually we were in a space of arguing Chinese community. The party A is the NFT party. Party B is like domains and ENS. And when we were talking to each other, eventually we found out that NFT guy, even since they're not very familiar with Ian, so what is it about? They're just telling about art, about so passionate about, and not all the foundation part. So I think we are still early, and we don't need to rush much. And eventually, at the end of the argument, actually ENS is also an NFT. They were kind of what? Oh, okay. So I mean, lots of people are still educated. We that's why the community here, the space here, there are so many we can do, to educate the newcomers onto the on board onto this game. So yeah, another topic I want to mention today is before that I can say it's a great day. The three digits floor has been like 33, right? Wow, it's great because the ETH price has been greatly rate increased since the last one it was 30 some 129.ETH, 33 floor. Yeah, I think we'll have another boost, maybe over 40. But eventually, I think one topic I want to bring up today is about speculation and vision, which is more important. I saw a Twitter when someone asking, like Nick.is, Nick was the founder of ENS project. He asked Nick, like, I have a project's name, and for example, looks rare, although it's been sold. Something like looks rare. How much should I list and sell to looks rare? That's the question. He just wrote a tweet and at Nick, and Nick said, I think the fair price is the cost you registered it. Okay, it's very clear statement from Nick. Because why he say that? Because Nick is the founder of ENS. He hope all the brand names can go to the brand's hands, right? But we must understand speculation is a very important part in this market. Otherwise, this thing won't live long. Otherwise, we are nothing but like unstoppable domain. Like we reserve everything. But ENS doesn't reserve anything. They are still allowing people to pay super high premium for the great job catch names. And by 2019 short domain auctions, all these brand names were short auctioned into very high price, like Amazon.es got sold for 100 ETH. So they are allowing this behavior, but they are saying, you guys, I think it's fair. I think the fair price is whatever you paid on your cost and hand it to the brand owners. I don't think that's a fair statement to me. And because eventually, if all the names go to the beneficial part, and why the people doing this, invent and being a part, a messenger for ENS community. My point is, speculation is a very, very important part in any of the business. Speculator is just like inspirer that's making this community bigger and bigger, and we should not, just simply because these people ask for a lot of money, or I use those fancy words called late bird fee, always, right? Don't sell it too much, because if that is the case, you might not get it, and in the meantime, you might harm to the ENS ecosystem. That might be the case. But on the other hand, I always say as well that ENS is an NFT in our wallet. It's not like some domain under ICANN rule that they can take it by the legal way. No one can take your ENS from your wallet. OpenSea, they can only delist it from the OpenSea platform, but only their games. But no one can really take it. In Web2 world, our our username and password is ourselves. Our email address is ourselves. But in Web3 world, our seed phrase is everything we have is us, right? So no one can be replacing this part. And yeah, I mean, I hope majority of people can realize that, and maybe the vision from us, like the investor or the domainer comparing to the founder is definitely different. But we should understand from others perspective, so that this game can be more healthy. That's my point of view. So yeah, I hope the majority of the people that participated in this game is maybe try to make a profit, which is perfectly normal, right? If there are no speculators, then today ENS is nothing but unstoppable domain. That's a very fair point, because it has value, so people can buy low and sell high. Then that's why they come here. You cannot just collect all their registration fee and or premium fee and then judge them that by doing something like you are damn squatter, you are doing wrong thing. You should be damned, and that doesn't make sense, right? I know there in the community there are some very very good guy. We know some guy ENS Ferry validated all these. He's a super nice guy. What he is doing is just to keep getting the brand names and hand it over to the brands hands. Yeah, which was a very good thing. But we cannot require everyone to do the exact same, because that is not healthy. We cannot ask people to do the free job to others from time to time or all the time 100%. That can be a favor, that can be one time, but that's something lasting. And especially this is a very, we see very heavy speculation atmosphere in the crypto land. So yeah, whatever sustainable or whatever can last long is really something with a business or economy mode on it that will make it work. So yeah, so that's some of my thoughts regarding some Twitter I saw. And although the ENS official team, they are super happy right now yet, because ENS is very famous, and those guys got airdrop for all the ENS DAO tokens. They are super rich, and I don't think they need to worry anything about money because of the registration, the 3 and 4 digits, the registration fees. They are collecting $1 million on daily basis. So yeah, I mean these guys are very successful, but I don't think they have the position to judge all the any people that have any the domain, even it's a brand name, right? I have the right to give it to the brand if I'm happy enough, but I also have the right to sell to them 100 ETH, or even I don't sell it because you don't make you didn't make the rule at the first that to register. So you allow us to register, you allow us to pay 100 ETH for the name and pay to your pocket, and then you judge us by doing something wrong, which is incorrect. In crypto, code is law, so everything under code is doable. So as long as we are under this statement, I don't think there's anything wrong we're doing. So yeah, super bullish on this day. Every day a good day. Every news is a good news. In Chinese community, I think they were kind of doing an auction of the domain of 44444.is, and it got sold by 22.2 ETH. I mean 2 hours ago, but it wasn't a transaction via OpenSea, so you guys might not be able to see that it was by auction within the WeChat group. So it's by like typing chat, and it was sold that way. So yeah, I mean, right now we can feel that kind of there will be a trend that ENS is starting to flip some of the NFT project, and people are starting to think and try to get some of their bags, more balanced between the domain and the art. So that's something I'm going to share with you guys. And thank you so much. And next time, I hope I can really get my own account to participate here. Otherwise, I need to wait for 40 minutes to speak. I'm really glad this happened today, just because the community is so strong. And eventually, I was after even after ENS punks. I know I have to wait for another 30 minutes. My beloved lawyer friend is always, he will talk about the whole dictionary every single day. Yeah, great to hear that. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Hey, I really appreciate it, Future, aka Master. And hey, you know what? What I've been thinking is next time the Chinese have a space, I'm going to send ENS punks over, Master, and you can translate for him. That should be a lot of fun. But no, I really appreciate Master's rant. I saw that tweet. And I had the same exact feelings, and yeah, I'm 100% on board with what he says. And hey, look, when you're done in life, and you kind of live in a little bit of an ivory tower, you can afford to be altruistic, but all the rest of us, there's a little bit of opportunity cost, and there's a little bit of balance, and I think he expressed that. But I'm 100% on board with what Master had to say today, and I appreciate that rant.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think I like Future. This is the only guy that goes from one grail to another grail, right? I'm like, is this guy named Future, right? I never seen this guy on the space before, so I'm like, that's a pretty decent grail. Let's get him up on here, just to hear that it's master. I really dig the Future.eth. Nice name you have there. But yeah, I agree. I agree with what Master is saying, right? Without speculation, without buying high, without buying low, selling high, without the demand of the dynamics of a market, ENS is nothing, right? Where a lot of us are here for financial incentive, for financial gain. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a brand's domain name, if you want to be kind and kinder and give that brand their name for free, then go ahead and do that. But please don't be shy of flipping that thing for a profit, right? You are early, you registered it, you've seen the vision before the world woke up to it. And with that being said, I want to reset this room slightly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ENS Update Show, where we talk about ENS. .eth is not the new .com. .eth will be way bigger than the .com. So if you're new here and you're wondering, what are we talking about? We're talking about .eth and how .eth will be used in everyday life in the years to come, right? And we do believe here, especially the speakers on this panel, that .eth will become so much bigger than the .com for many different reasons. If you've been listening to the show, you would have caught a couple of those. But let's keep it moving right along here. Thank you, Master. Let's go over to NFL Champion, and then we'll go to Emoji93.eth.
Appreciate it, Kev. Good morning, guys. What's up, Ron? NFT verse, Gary, ESPN. ENS Punk, what's good? 3402, I just came up here. Like, when I heard you say that earlier, like, I just came up here to give you the biggest shout out ever because I was registering. It was a different variation. I was registering emoji, right? Like all these emoji domains and like that tell a story. And weddings and baby showers was one of them that I actually used. And as you started talking, I'm like, oh my God, that's it. Like it could be the wedding registry, right? Where it's like instead of walking through Bed Bath and Beyond going beep, 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 and using the shoot gun to lay everything in there, like for your guest, and then having your guest go and pick it up, like this could be so much easier, right? Like it's so, it can be really simple. I mean, this technology can be really, really technical, but it can also be really, really simple if you just apply it to certain areas that you yourself have been through, like in your life. And instead of me now having to carry maybe for a wedding, instead of me having to carry an envelope filled with cash in it, maybe I now just make an easy donation to the .e thing, right? Like I send some crypto there. So I just wanted to give you a really, really big shout out. And I don't know what it is, guys, but I'm telling you, and I'm never this person. I'm somebody that grew up in New York. I'm a Brooklyn kid, born and raised. I never believed in the universe and the this and the that. Never. But like stuff has been aligning so perfectly over the last few weeks since I started diving into this. I've met ridiculously awesome people, heard the most insane ideas that like our brains have not stopped and not shut off. 0095, shout out to you for last night falling asleep in the space and allowing all of that beauty to come out in that, the gems that were dropped from some of the newbies that were in that space that were following me, that are part of like the community that I'm part of, Vivi, that were like, what
Did he get rugged? What's up?
I
Yeah,
think so.
I think he did. Yeah, the rug police is out today, boy.
Hey, you know what? That was kind of funny today to see Master using his girlfriend's thing to kind of, you know, shoot shots across the bow at ENS Punks, man. He's like, oh shit, I'm behind ENS Punks. We only have an hour and a half. I'm not going to get to say anything. I'm dying, man.
That was funny.
ENS Punks, how do you feel about that, brother?
That I was gonna drop down to listener. I think I'm gonna skip the happy hour. I'm gonna have to take a break. That's all. I feel terrible subjecting you people to me. That's really what it's about. So yeah, I think I'll step down. Even on mute as a speaker, you're probably getting those vibrations from my voice. So I love Master. Thank you, Master.
That, that's the first attempt at sarcasm I think I've ever seen Master Master say. I'm dying, man. That's pure. That's history right there, brother. And you were
He
part of it in that Spunks. You inspired it.
he's somewhat hardened a little bit, Ron, after the Friday night happy hour episode with Master. I hope he comes back one day, and he can redeem himself.
Yeah, ENS Punks, man, y'all done scared ENS Punks off the stage, man. All jokes, brother. It was all jokes. We love having you on this stage. Don't let anyone tell you talk too long, bro. It is what it is, right? It's a part of the game that we play here. But ladies and gentlemen, NFL champion seems to be back. Champion, we were just trying to buy some time while you fixed your rug. The mic is yours, brother. Oh, now he's gone. I think he lost his opportunity. Let's keep it moving right along, guys. I think 93.eth was next. 93.eth, stage is yours.
Good morning, all GMs across the board. I got to give a huge shout out to the hosts. I love this. We're seeing more consistency, more community outreach in the space. ENS Maxis, ENS Punks, the digits, the letters, everything. I mean, we're really coming together. I feel like we're a DAO without being a DAO formally. I love it. I was going to originally talk about the indexes and the DAO that bought NFTs, but I want to give two quick security things because of that guy who got hacked. Jazzy, I feel for you. I know so many people in these past couple of years in the NFT market that have been impacted like that. I just want to let you know, if before you continue, if you're going to use that same wallet, there's a website, revoke.cash. You go there, you put your wallet address in, and it will revoke. It'll take away all of the permissions that you gave, just in case you might have clicked something or used a rogue protocol. This will take away all of your approvals for accessing your wallet, so you'll get to secure your wallet. I would just recommend making a whole new one. But this is a good tool for anyone out there. If you haven't touched a wallet in a while, it's holding grails, go to revoke.cash. It's going to protect that wallet. The ETHmoji Club feels for you, man. So what I want to do on behalf of our community, I want to send you a 4-digit Ethereum emoji name. So send me your wallet address, DM me. I know that Mike Building sent you something too, but I want to send you a little something to get rolling again, because we've all been there. I just want to touch on, we were talking about the DAO that was buying names, right? You know what? This so feels like how real estate was bought back in the day, right? There would be companies, there would be groups of people that'd come over and they'd buy all the shoreline properties, right? And that's what's happening with the digits right now. That's why we're seeing massive sweeps. We got whales that are buying 10, 20, 50. These companies, it's real estate to them. They're going to get to, like was said before, they're going to use it as collateral. They're going to make subdomains out of this stuff. People are buying Grail zip codes. People are buying Grail area codes. This is only going to go up, and we're only going to see if it's getting constricted now. We're seeing individuals owning 25, 50 numbers, and there's 7 billion people on Earth. And remember, it's not just people. We got companies, we got protocols, we've got charities. All of them are going to need and use ENS names. People are going to be buying ENS names for their cats down the road. This is barely scratching the surface, right? And look at corporate adoption already. LooksRare, OpenSea, both in the past couple of days, buying their ETH names for double. LooksRare, triple-digit ETH, right? We got the founder of Reddit, right? Alexis Ohanian. He registered 776.eth, the emoji number 776. That's his company's whole identity. This is an almost $1 billion venture capital fund, and he's using an emoji Ethereum name, triple-digit emoji Ethereum, to buy that, right? People are going to start following in the Reddit founders' footsteps and start using their numbers, their digits, their letters as entire identities for their brands, for their corporations, right? This isn't just some rando DAO that starts. This is, a pretty beefy guy. We're only beginning, and think about this. How bullish is this? We don't even have the subdomain wrapper yet. It's going to pump all of our bags. We don't even have ENS v3. They're totally revamping the ENS app. It's going to be cleaner. It's going to have more functions. It's going to be cooler, right? We got normalization. That means all of the things like the Persian Arab digits, the emojis, they're all going to kind of get a blue Twitter check mark and be like, look, you're all official. No more warning triangles. You got beautification where there are going to be emojis that are standardized across integrations. That means whether you put it into MetaMask, Coinbase, Meta, Instagram, Twitter, by the time they integrate ENS, it's all going to look and feel the same. We're becoming standard. This is already the standard. The next 3 or 4 name services like Unstoppable Domains and the rest, they don't even have 20% combined of the volume, of the traction, of the integrations that ENS has. So I just got to say, you all made it already. Just the fact that you're here in this space talking about these things, involved in any regard, this is like buying shorefront real estate in like the 1800s. You guys are building generational wealth here, and it's a real cool blessing to get to do that with you all.
Hey, 93. That was some awesome alpha there. I just wanted to give you a little warning in case you stumble into the ENS happy hour, Friday night happy hour. NFTverse has about 30 words, protocols, that he has banned on that show. And you just I was going down the checklist. You used every one in your eloquent speech right there. So just be careful. Do you stumble into that? You're welcome. I'm sure we'd love to see you there. Love the energy, but just be careful because you just basically used every single word that's banned in that space. So
I love it. The people who censor in Web3, they're out. I love that. I'm glad you guys are showing true colors early on, because you're going to find as you go, like the people who, are pushing back against censorship of art when artists are banned from OpenSea for being in certain countries, or touching on particular political subjects, that Web3 is all about openness. If your idea is better than anyone else's, censoring it's not going to prove that point, right? So I'm totally open to a discussion, though, if any communities want to talk about why something isn't allowed, because all I was talking about was things the ENS DAO is talking about in their forum. Fortune 1000, I think this guy's Alexis Ohanian's company 776, I think it's Fortune 1000. Corporations, what they're doing, and the parallels of it in history. I mean, this is way beyond .com boom, right? And we all agree on that. But I feel like it's sad to
No,
see that.
I'm just joking because he tries NFT verse tries to keep the business, let everyone relax and not talk about. So he goes through a list of names of, and you mentioned all of them. So it's just a joke to kind of keep it more relaxing. But no, I agree with what you said, and I saw that. I met Alexis in Lisbon last year when he came out for the Solana conference, and man, I love that he used that those emojis just like you have in your name for his identity. I mean, that guy's literally one of the smartest guys in the space, and he's always ahead of the trend, and that's awesome, and it just shows how huge this thing is. Like you say, bigger than anything we've even seen.
For real, this is going to be our legacies. We're building generations of generational wealth here. I love it, and he registered that name for $5 a year, 3-digit name for $5 a year. You can't really beat it. So I didn't get a inbox from that Jazzy guy. If anyone's talking to the Jazzy guy that got hacked, please let him know we got airdrops for him from the Ethmoji Club. If there's anything we can do to collab, I smell a DAO coming. Gary, if we can get a couple heads of people together of the Arabic, the Persian, the letters, the numbers, let's do it. We got the manpower, we got the developers. I mean, look at people like Furion, Zimtemte. They're actively in the ENS forums pushing this future forward, making it a reality, right? And if we can get something rolling before all these big massive updates coming in the next couple months, we can capitalize on the merge big time.
Hey, 93, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump in, Kev. I just wanted to make the last point because it's just super relevant to.
That's it. I'm kicking the soapbox out. I appreciate you guys for the space and time.
Thank 93. I just want to say this real quick. 93. That was phenomenal. I love every second you were speaking on there. I agree, man. I agree with a lot of points you make. This is like buying oceanfront property in the 1800s, man. And the biggest thing here is hold on, is being able to balance it out and being able to have the long-term vision to holding this thing out, right? So just keep that in mind. But NFL champion, I know you're waiting patiently. The mic is yours, brother.
Thank you, bro. I'm really, really sorry about that. It's just that it's super relevant in terms of like gifting people. Like if the guy Jazzy didn't message you yet, like I want to caution people, and this is what I was saying, because just in the last couple of days, just from being in this space, like everybody becomes a target, right? And what I mean by that is as a collective and as individuals for people that are literally looking to take your money, your domains, your whatever at any cost. They'll play on sympathy. It doesn't matter. And I know that I don't mean to deflate a room, but when it comes to security, it's something that I take super, super serious. So 93, before you gift anybody anything, and this goes for anybody in here, I promise you just do a little bit of digging first. Ask basic questions. And if they can't answer those basic, simple questions, then I would hate for you guys to part with something, right? That could potentially go to somebody else that would really really appreciate it that much more. And last thing I'll say is I want to give a big shout out to Flexter and the ENS Maxi crew because a scammer had messaged me with one of their
Am I rugging? I'm hearing.
Oh, come on.
No,
I
I
can hear
can
you.
hear you.
Oh man. Somebody can relay that. It's like the Just Shields problem the other day. But yeah, shout out to Flexter because I got approached by somebody who was rocking a maxi. They nipped that shit right in the butt. I told them that they were just literally trying to scam people out of their money, talking about some mining program integrating with ENS domains. It was some BS. And he literally admitted to me that it was a Ponzi. Like, it's very rare that you get a scammer to admit to you over DMs that it was a Ponzi. But shout out to the ENS Maxi crew for nipping that shit like right in the bud real quick. So Flexter and team, congrats. I appreciate you. Thank you, Kev.
Yep. Thank you. We'll keep the show moving right along here, ladies and gentlemen. as we approach the end here, we have 7170. I think you'll be our anchor leg, and it would probably call this thing a day. What's up, man?
Wow.
Hey! Before 7170 jumps in, I just want to say something, and I pray that Master's not listening, because I found out last night that 7170 is such a believer in the ETH maxis that he sold a grail, Felix.ETH for ETH, and threw it all into these ETH, the ETH maxi. So the guy's a true believer, running 24/7 spaces. To me, that's nuts, but it just shows how much he believes that these ETH maxis are going to bring in the the NFT communities, the PFP communities. So anyway, I wanted to just say that I pray Master isn't listening, because I know that's just like a cardinal sin to him, and he'll probably. But anyway, I just wanted to say that before 7170 comes up to speak.
Wow. Such incredible words from Ron. Ron, thank you so much. It's such a blessing to be in your presence. The words that you tell me it just fills all the energy into my cells and just goes right to my brain, and it just feeds me such good energy. Thank you so much, Ron. My goodness. 5159 again. You're rocking that crown like nobody's business. Fascinating, phenomenal, like you say. I know you love that word, man. You're just an human being. Now, I'm just here because I want to know who it was that got hacked or something. I would like to send him an ENS Maxi. Who was it?
He's no longer in this space, but there's speculation going around that it was not a true story, and he was just trying. Yeah.
Well, my goodness. Well,
I have his name.
Really
I have
weird.
his name if you want it. I have his name if you want it. I make sure to take a screenshot of anybody that makes those claims. So if you want his his Twitter handle, let me know. I'll be happy to DM it to you. 7170.
Yo, drop it right now, bro. What is it? I need it right now, so just drop it.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Let me go into the photos. It is at Jazz the Caller. JAZZTHECALLER. Exactly how it sounds. At Jazz the Caller.
Alrighty. 5159. Are you creating content by any chance?
What do you mean by that? Like
are you on TikTok?
No, I'm not on.
Hey,
I'm not on TikTok.
7170 is a little bit of a dick. You guys all in a jokester, so, and also that's his Gary V impression, just so you guys know.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it sounded. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, Gary V. Gary V. I do need to be creating more content, which I'm going to be doing. I'm going to now have a little bit more free time, right? So now I could go out and venture out and create a lot more content. Actually, starting on Monday, I'll probably start creating more avenues and more sources of content.
Yeah, have some blueberries. You like blueberries? Do you like blueberries?
I actually hate blueberries, bro.
Hey, Master's back. I hope he didn't hear about 7170 selling Felix.ETH for 11 ETH to buy a bunch of ETH Maxi PFPs. Master, I hope you didn't hear that, buddy.
Every domain, every ENS you sold, you will regret for it for a big time after name replica live.
Oh no, you know why I won't, Master? Hey, let me go ahead and tell you why I won't regret it, Master. Because that sale was bigger than just Felix.ETH. This sale was to promote ENS Maxis, because I believe ENS Maxis is what is going to make ENS more bigger than ENS has ever been before. So this was a more of a ENS play, because this ENS Maxis is going to boost my other ENS domains, and I envisioned the future. I knew that the ENS Maxis was going to bring light and energy and something fun to ENS, because truly ENS right now is boring. This is the truth. I love the technology, but it's boring to the people right now, to the people, the memesters, the youngsters. Again, like I said before, and I think like if you want to reach to the NFT community and get an influx of a shit ton of people to come in to the ENS community, this is something that we needed. We needed to have some sort of NFT avatar attached to ENS. We needed to provide some picture, something, some life to it. And I believe this is it. And we're going to go in and see. And if we're able to put this on the front page of OpenSea, you're going to see what kind of craziness is going to happen to ENS. And you're going to see an influx of way, way more new registrations come in. And this is what I believe. And that's why I did it.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
think
got
it's
to
a great
side with
situation.
Master on this. I side with Master on this, but I admire the commitment. Over
Yeah,
to you,
yeah.
Master.
I also very much admire and appreciate the effort, but I think the grant should be from Nick Johnson. Like the overall ENS holder level. But it's kind of very cruel to you. Do you have to sacrifice some of your name, change it to liquidity, then build into a light and
Well,
like? Yes,
someone
I
has to do it,
understand.
Master.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah, yeah.
has to do it.
Understood. Yeah, yeah, understood. So yeah, maybe we can try some more effort to talk to Nick Darlis and see what else they can do, right? Because that's something should be done by the official team, by the richest men and the people that beneficial the most, to come out doing something similar. But yeah, I really appreciate and admire this work. This is incredible, and yeah, bravo.
Awesome. Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna call this thing a day, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ENS Update Show. We do the show every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to about 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for tuning in today. This was a phenomenal week, right? This was just a great week. We started off strong and we ended the week strong. We had a ton of alpha. We'll see what the weekend brings us. Stay blessed, stay prosperous, stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay a DJ, most importantly. And with that being said, I will see you guys tonight at the ENS Happy Hour. And for those who are not going to that, see y'all Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 5159 is out. Peace.